What is your name, please?
My name is Joseph S. Aptian.
What is your name, please?
My name is Joseph S. Atyan.
What is your name, please?
My name is Joseph S. Atyan.
Two of these people are imposters. Only one of them is the real Joseph S. Athian and is the only one sworn to tell the truth. And here is our host, Bud Collier.
Thank you very much. Good evening, and welcome once again to our game of deliberate misrepresentation, wherein our panel endeavors to figure out which one of three challengers is sworn to tell the truth. Tell the Truth is brought to you each week by Geritol, America's #1 tonic, the high-potency tonic that helps you feel stronger fast. Now let's meet our cross-examiners. What is your name, please?
My name is Polly Bergen.
My name is Don Amici.
My name is Kitty Carlisle.
And my name is Hy Gardner.
Now, these three gentlemen all claim to be Joseph S. Atyan. Only one, of course, is the real Joseph S. Atyan. The other two have merely assumed that identity, and they do not have to stick to the truth. Now, panel, in front of you, you will find copies of an affidavit. Will you please follow along with your copies while I read from mine? I, Joseph S. Atyan, am a locomotive engineer for the New York, New Haven, and Hartford Railroad. I started railroading as a fireman on the locomotives of the Canadian Pacific when I was 21 years old. Before that, I worked in lumber camps, and each spring was part of the crew that drove the logs down the river to the mills. I am a full-blooded American Indian and hereditary chief of my tribe. Signed, Joseph S. Atyan. All right, panel, these three gentlemen all claim to be Joseph S. Atyan, as you heard, railroad engineer. Only the real Mr. Atyan is required to answer your questions truthfully. As usual, you will each question until you hear this signal, and at the end of the questioning period, you will be asked to register your vote for the one who, in your opinion, is the real Mr. Atyan. Let's begin our questioning tonight with Hy Gardner. Hy?
Number one, as a matter of fact, all three of you arrived here on time. I suppose you drove in by car. Number one, what river did you help to drive the logs down?
Penobscot River.
Number two, exactly where along the St. Lawrence River is a city called Three Cities? Would you know?
I...
A city called
Three Cities, yes. Would you know number three?
Three cities?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Not within my division.
Uh-huh. What is meant by log rolling, number two, other than actually rolling logs?
What do they mean? Log rolling. You mean the political term?
Yes, that's correct. Number three, what tribe of Indians recently broke up a Ku Klux Klan meeting in North Carolina?
Oh, that was the Lumbee Indians, North Carolina.
Beg pardon?
Lumbee Indians of North Carolina.
Thank you. Number...
Polly Bergen.
Number one, there's been so much publicity about the New Haven Railroad being late once in a while.
No.
Well, could you tell me, did you bring your train in on time today?
Did I bring my train in on time today?
Yes.
No, I did not.
Oh, why not?
This happened to be my day off.
So you're entitled to one good record. Number two, what is the name of that doohickey where a man stands on each side of the bar and they pump up and down and it goes down a track?
Oh, that's the section, that's a sidecar.
A sidecar?
Section hangs there.
Number...
Don Amici.
Number three, what is the station next to the last one going into Boston? The station in Boston next to the last.
That's not in my line, sir. I'm only rated to travel between Grand Central and New Haven.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Number one, what is your Indian name?
Chief Gray Squirrel.
Two?
Gray Squirrel.
No, two. Number two.
Number two.
Chief Gray Squirrel.
Number three.
Red Horse. Chief
Red Horse. Oh, I thought it had to be... number two, how old is your union?
Brotherhood,
How old?
589.
Number 3? How old?
How old, you mean in years?
Yes. How long since
It's not so old. It's only been in existence since about the time when the other union started again.
Number 1, how old is your union?
Union, well, just about as long as the New Haven's been running.
Kitty?
Number 3, where does the word caboose come from?
Well, it more or less comes after the Indian word papoose, you know? The little baby that the Indian women used to carry.
Behind.
So the freight trains now carry this little car in the end called caboose.
I see.
Yes.
Number 2, can you tell me what to a railroader is the term highball?
Highball is speed ahead.
Speed ahead.
That's right.
Number 1, do they really yell timber when those trees fall down?
Yes, they do.
That's it. Time to vote. There's no further time now for deliberation, so without consultation, panel, will you mark your ballots? And in so doing, will you please select number 1, number 2, or number 3? As you know, the team of challengers will get $250 for every incorrect vote. Polly, all ready?
I voted for number 2 because he knew what the doohickey was that I was trying to get him to tell me.
Oh. Don, what about your selection?
I voted for number 1 because he looks like the man I'd most like to have drive me in a train.
And Kitty, your choice?
Well, I started to vote for number 1, as you can see, but I voted for number 3 because I thought he knew more about the railroading and the union. I want to know what they've got in their pocket.
Should have asked them earlier. Their timetables and train schedules.
Oh, and hope to
High?
not make it on time.
I voted for number 3 also, Bud. I think primarily he knew the name of the tribe down North Carolina, and both 1 and 2 said they were Chief Squirrel or something, and he said Chief Red Horse, and I'd rather put my $2 on a horse than a squirrel, so there it is.
Ooh, wow. That's a bushy-tail answer if I ever heard one. All right, you've heard us all now as we've given you our votes and the reasons for them.
Don and I would like to withdraw.
You would, really? Quietly or noisily?
Just leave, not change our vote. Just leave.
Well, now, let's see. Keep your fingers crossed as we find out which one of these gentlemen is the real railroad engineer and Indian chieftain. Will the real Joseph Atian please stand up? Not for you, me.
The first one Don's gotten.
Well, good. That'd get you into the select circle.
Well, I don't know how select it is, but I'm there.
Well, you wanted to leave with Polly, so that's a pretty select circle, believe me. All right, thank you, number 1. Number 2, would you tell us who you really are and what you do?
My name is Red Robin, and I'm a commercial artist.
And number 3, what about you, sir?
Well, my name is Andrew Yankton, and I'm a contract specialist for the United States Air Force.
Well, as you can see, there were 3 incorrect votes at $250 each. So, gentlemen, that's a total of $750 in Geritol. Thank you very much for being with us tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Good night and good luck. We have our next team of challengers, please.
What is your name, please?
My name is Maureen Fain.
What is your name, please?
My name is Maureen Fain.
What is your name, please?
My name is Maureen Fain.
All right, panel, may I direct your attention to your copies of this affidavit? I, Maureen Fain, a former Chicago model, am a member of the police department of Salt Lake City, Utah. My job is to train dogs for police work. Before I entered the department, I specialized in the breeding and training of bloodhounds. The dogs I trained have been instrumental in the capture or discovery of criminals and lost or missing persons. My dogs and I were called upon to track an escaped convict in a recent break from Utah State Prison. Signed, Maureen Fain. As you heard, panel, these three ladies all claim to be Maureen Fain, bloodhound trainer. And remember that only the real Maureen Fain is required to answer your questions truthfully. And with that in mind, let's begin this questioning round with Don Amici. Don?
Number one, where did you live in Chicago?
I'm Cornelia.
Cornelia?
Mhm.
Cornelia Place, is that north?
Yes, 3500 North.
3500. No, number two, where did you live in Chicago?
Hyde Park District.
Pardon me?
Hyde Park District.
Hyde Park. And number three?
I lived in Evanston, Illinois.
Number two, does Michigan Boulevard run north and south or east and west?
North and south.
Number three?
North and south.
Number one, what is the gestation period for a bloodhound?
63 days.
63 days. Number two, what is the term for puppies being born?
Whelping.
Whelping of what?
Whelping of pups.
Number three?
Whelped pups.
Kitty?
Number one, how many wives did Brigham Young have?
17 wives and 47 children.
Number two, what did he say when he reached the site of Salt Lake City?
This is the place.
Number three, can you tell me the name of the angel on top of the tabernacle?
The top of the Mormon tabernacle?
Yes.
Mormona. Mormona.
Number one, can you tell me how it was discovered that bloodhounds can find things?
Well, they just have the tremendous scent value. Yeah. I don't know exactly how it was discovered.
How long has it been used in hunting people?
Oh, very many years.
Number two, can you tell me, is it true that they will lose the scent if the quarry goes through water?
No, it is not necessarily true.
Hi?
It does prove, though, that bloodhounds are thicker than water. Number one, what in Salt Lake City is known as the House of Gables?
I don't know.
Would you know number three?
The House of Gables, yes, because it was the refuge of the Mormons, the refuge of the Mormons.
Uh-huh. Do you know what it was, number two?
No.
Number one, is the Deseret News a tabloid or a full-size newspaper?
It's full size.
Number three, if you want to buy a drink in Salt Lake City, how do you go about it?
Well, you can bring your own bottle and get set up.
Uh-huh. Also, number three, what breed of dogs make the best bloodhounds?
Bloodhound.
Thank you.
All right, Polly, please.
If he's pulling one of those stunts of that House of Seven Gables, that he always pulls. Number one, when did Police Commissioner Tebbett resign in Salt Lake?
I don't know what's happened.
Number two, could you tell me?
Nor I.
Number three?
He resigned about 6 months ago before the appointment of Warden Graham.
I see. Number two, who is John Darcy?
I don't know.
Number one?
Don't know.
Number two, could you tell me what states do not allow the use of dogs in police work?
I don't know.
That's it. Our time is gone again, so without consultation, as usual, will you please mark your ballots, panel? And in so doing, you will, of course, select number one, number two, or number three. Ah, you're ready in a hurry tonight, Polly, or aren't you?
I was ready last time in a hurry, and I was wrong.
For whom did you vote this time?
I voted for number one. It's either number one or number two because I made up Police Commissioner Tebbett, and number three knew him. So I voted for number one simply as a choice between the two. The number two, there was an accent there that didn't sound like it was from Chicago, so I settled on one.
All right, Don Amici, your choice?
Well, I'm caught with number three. I don't know.
Mighty pretty catching.
Yes, I thought so. I was really hopeful because I got a dog I'd love to have trained, too.
Kitty, how about you?
Well, I voted for number two because she knew what Brigham Young said when he found Salt Lake City, and number three said it was the angel Mormoni, and it was Moroni, I think. So I voted for number two.
All right, and High?
Well, I voted for number one because I think she had a number of answers, including the newspaper. Number three, the House of Gables there actually is the house that Brigham Young kept a number of his wives in, and each one of them had a little gabled roof, and it's one of the sights to see there, they tell me.
All right, there we have it. The votes and the reasons for them. We'll find out right away which one of these young ladies is the real bloodhound trainer. So will the real Maureen Fain please stand up? All right.
If it had been number 3, I would have been in a lot of trouble.
You might have been. All right, thank you very much. Now, number 1, would you tell us who you really are and what you do?
My name is Penny Alex, and I'm a secretary for the Inland Steel Products Company.
Thank you. And number 3, how about you?
My name is Lee Thomas, and I'm assistant office manager with Kenyon and Eckhart Advertising Agency.
And as we check once more, we find there, again, were 3 incorrect votes at $250 each for a total, ladies, of $750 from Geritol. Thank you very much for being with us. Good night and good luck. Now, we'll make a new set of challenges. Have our 3rd team of challengers, please.
What is your name, please?
My name is Arnie Stensley.
What is your name, please?
My name is Arnie Stensley.
What is your name, please?
My name is Arnie Stensley.
All right, panel, once more, will you follow along with your copies as I read from this affidavit? I, Arnie Stensley, emigrated to the United States when I was 15 years of age and enlisted in the Army and served through 2 world wars. At the outbreak of the Korean War, I was a major, but being overage for an officer, I was mustered out of the service. The day after my discharge, I re-enlisted as a master sergeant and requested active duty in Korea. While there, I won the Silver Star for gallantry in action against the Reds. At this time, I was 60 years old. In May of last year, I was retired as a lieutenant colonel. I am often referred to as Mr. Second Division. Signed, Arnie Stensley.
Get in touch with Game Show Network. Log on to our website and play our games or email us your questions and comments. It's www.sony.com/gameshownet. Or drop us a line via snail mail. Our address is Game Show Network, Post Office Box 805, Culver City, California, 90232.
All right, panel, these gentlemen all claim to be Arnie Stensley, Mr. Second Division. Let's find out which one is. And we'd start with Polly Birkin. Polly?
Thank you, Bud. Number 2, if you're known as Mr. Second Division, who is Mr. First Division?
To the best of my knowledge, there's only one number 2.
Number 3, is there a Mr. First Division that you know of?
I've heard of one. Do not know his name.
Oh, I see. Number 1, what is the equivalent of a lieutenant colonel in the Navy?
Commander.
Number 2, what is the insignia of a lieutenant colonel?
In the Army,
Yes, please.
a Silver Star.
Number 3, what is the insignia of a lieutenant colonel in the Army?
A Silver Leaf.
Don Amici.
Number 1, what is the base pay of a lieutenant colonel?
$8,000.
Number 3, what is the highest ranking sergeant?
Master Sergeant.
He outranks a diamond sergeant?
No, he doesn't.
Number 1, can you retire from the Army after 20 years of service with a retirement pay?
No.
Kitty Carlisle.
Number 1, I once asked a Marine where the halls of Montezuma are. I'd like you to tell me what are those caissons that go rolling along?
The gun carriages.
Number 2, what did you do to get the Silver Star?
I did 2 reconnaissance missions.
I don't know they were very important, but apparently others did. That's why I got the Silver Star.
Number 3, what is overage for an officer?
60 years old.
60. And what is overage to number 1 for an enlisted man?
I don't know.
Number
Don't
3,
remember.
what is overage for an enlisted man?
At the present time,
Yes.
there isn't any.
There isn't any.
Hi, Gardner.
I don't know. I spent 3.5 years in the Army. I think overage for an enlisted man is when he's dead.
I think you're probably right.
Number 1, what is a 201 card?
201 card?
Yes, sir.
I don't know.
Number 2, do you know?
No,
Number 3?
A 201 card?
Mm-hmm.
I can't say exactly what it means.
Mm-hmm. Do you know, number 3, what your Army serial number is?
Yes, I do.
Do you mind giving it to me?
203-696.
Number 1, would you give me your Army serial number?
926482.
Number 2?
10721.
That's it. Time's gone again, panel. It goes fast, so will you please mark your ballots without consultation and select by your balloting number 1, number 2, or number 3. All set, Polly?
No.
You're not.
I hurried and I missed both of the others. Oh, I know it's either one or another one.
Oh, either one or another one.
Yeah.
Could be.
Could I just ask? No, I
No, I'm
can't.
sorry.
No. How long ago was the Korean
Come on,
War?
Polly. I'm sorry. Time is running along here.
Oh, all right.
For whom did
If
you
I'm
vote?
wrong, I vote for number 3.
Number
I think
3.
it's number 1, but I voted for number 3. Number 1 doesn't look like he was 60 when the Korean War, which was I don't remember when. But number 3 said oak leaf, a leaf, and I think the insignia is a leaf. And number 2 said, so I got him out altogether.
Yeah, all right. Don Amici.
I voted for number 3. I thought I found things that number 1 and 2 didn't answer properly.
Uh-huh. Kitty?
I voted for number 3 on looks.
And High?
I voted for number 3, too, because he looks like a retired colonel.
Well, looks like we have unanimous vote there now. We're going to find out how right or wrong we are as we discovered which of these 3 gentlemen is known as Mr. Second Division. So, will the real Arnie Sensley please stand up? Yeah, you really drew a beat on that one, panel. Thank you very much, dear. We're proud to have you with us. Number 1, would you tell us who you really are and what you do?
My name is R. Wallace Allen. I'm cashier and assistant to the treasurer of the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
And number 2, what about you, sir?
My name is Reginald Hoyge. I'm an architectural engineer in New York City.
Well, my congratulations to you, panel. You did well. Scored 100% on that one, but that doesn't mean you go away empty-handed, gentlemen. From Geritol, $150 to be divided among you. Thank you very much for being with us. Good night, and good luck to you. Time we have for tonight, except to remind you, and I'm sure I don't by now because you love it like I do, to watch the Polly Bergen show. Hey, you got Jack Parr on with you, haven't you?
Isn't that exciting?
One of our panelists here from time to time. And Don Amici, I hope you have a good trip to Europe next week.
Thank you, Bud.
Tell us about it when you come back. And also, next week, joining our panel will be Sergeant Bilko. Phil Silvers will be sitting on our panel list next week. And so that's all we have time for, except to say a warm good night to you, panel.
Good night, Bud.
And this is Bud Collier saying good night for Geritol, the fast-acting, high-potency tonic that helps you feel stronger fast, and reminding you to tell the truth. Good night, everybody.
To Tell the Truth is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the CBS television network. Miss Bergen's and Miss Carlisle's gowns by Florence Lustig.